Yeah, definitely a neat group of stuff. What were you thinking? I know excluding those. I know that was a separate deal for the, yeah. Hello everybody. So in this video, I'm going on a private pick in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. As you can see, a lot of the drive was through some beautiful scenic farmlands. This pick was with a gentleman who's the son of a person I knew pretty well. He was a longtime antique dealer specializing in sports. I would buy from him and sell to him over the years. Very nice guy. He sadly passed away, I believe, last year. His son reached out to me, and this is the second time I'm going to his house. I went a couple months prior to this video. Unfortunately, my GoPro that day accidentally recorded all in time lapse, so there's no audio, but I bought some great stuff then. As you'll see, I buy some great stuff in this video, but I hope you guys enjoy watching. Yeah. Same here.
Good choice of...
Oh, good. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you had, but I usually take this out when I'm picking anyway. Yeah. The last time it was full of stuff, so...
Well...
Oh, cool. So I can start? All right, let me...
Well, it's up to you. I mean, we can start there or we can end there. It doesn't matter.
I guess we can end there, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Morning. How are you? Thank you.
How was your drive?
Not too bad. Yeah, very, very peaceful. A lot of, there's a lot of cattle and stuff on the back roads, which is enjoyable ride.
How does it bring you up?
Well, this time I took the turnpike to, is it Route 72?
Okay.
And then back that way.
Yeah.
I think the last time I went and exit up,
yeah,
it was like,
that would bring you back closer to Harrisburg.
Okay, yeah, it seemed like I passed the turnpike over a little bridge when I'm like, I could have just got off further up. Cool. All right, so I'll just start looking around here.
Yeah, and you know, my goal is for you to take everything.
Okay.
So please think about that as you're looking at everything, and I'll even let you, I'll let you on your own down here if you want to just take your time and
absolutely, that works
as you go. And I have a number in mind, so maybe when you're done, we'll see how close we are.
Okay.
How's that work?
Sounds good. Okay. So is this, is it all this room? Is it?
Everything here. Oh, and one favor to ask.
Yeah.
This is actually my wife's mother's stuff that they found in her attic.
Okay.
If there's anything in there you want, or if you can give me a price on just this.
Sure, absolutely. So do the pennant separate, and then up to beyond that, like this stuff?
Everything across. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Everything out there.
And then the rackets out there. And
so again, when you're done, I'll come down in, I don't know, 20 minutes or half hour or something.
Sounds good. If I'm done early, I'll come up and...
Okay.
Cool. All right.
And then there is some more stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to show you this. So this is...
yeah.
I thought it was a penny. It's not.
I think it's an apron, like a World War II apron.
Have you seen them before?
I did. I do. We dabble in military stuff too. So it's was that your dad's or was that?
No.
Is that something?
Well, you know what? I shouldn't say that. No, it wasn't his.
Okay.
He had it, and then here's a Notre Dame blanket.
Oh, cool.
So.
There's some boxing stuff.
Just what's on that. Too.
Okay. It's funny. You showed me this before. I think you had that last time.
You had it on.
Yeah. Well, when I was going through a box of stuff I already had, I'm like, I remember he showed me that.
Yeah.
I think I did sell it recently.
Yeah, you had it for $100, and then you accepted
it. It was like $80 or $89 or something like that.
There's another one on there right now for I think $350 or $395.
Yeah. What I do is I try to go to sold. I try to stay. I try to move stuff quick, so I try to.
No, I get it.
But yeah, I did see some that sold for a lot more, but then a couple were like $50, $60. I was trying to get in the middle of that. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I wouldn't have thought much of it. I remember you showed me that one, and there's always stuff to learn, right?
Yeah, I'll say. All right.
Cool.
Enjoy.
Thank you. This is a late 30s, early 1940s football helmet known as a wing front style helmet. It does have some flaws. This ball is actually a reproduction. It's like a British-made rugby ball painted with Yale on it, so that's not a true antique football. You see these often. I didn't know what these were when I first saw them, and it turns out they're vintage field hockey goalie cleats, pretty thickly padded. Never saw them before, did have to research them after. These are antique shin guards, probably from the 1920s or so, maybe a little earlier. They're made in England, so I'm sure they're for soccer, but the ones that are made for American football look almost identical. These are pretty cool. So somebody turned this pair of regular dress shoes into baseball cleats simply by adding the cleats on the bottom. Definitely a sign of the ingenuity of the times. Probably somebody didn't have a lot of extra money. Figured, let's turn my old shoes into cleats. This top program is signed by several Cleveland Indians, including Lou Boudreau. The bottom Giants Yellow Jackets program is a reproduction.
How's it going?
Good. Getting there. I got through the table. Just going to work on the bats and stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, and then there's definitely stuff I just want to talk to you about.
Yeah, sure.
Just because I'm just so interested now in some of the things that I've been looking at.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They hit a great eye. So at first glance, this bat looks like a ring bat, but it's not. It's a modern bat that somebody painted with that black ring on the end. Ring bats are generally 19th century bats. I'm going to discuss them more in detail in an upcoming video in the next couple weeks. So watch out for that video. So this bat is an indoor baseball bat, which was popular from the 1890s to about the 20s. It was played with a large, soft ball indoors, and that sport really faded away as basketball took on a popularity. Okay, so there are 3 of these Ty Cobb bats. These were made in 1909 and sold at ballparks. And I believe there was a factory or barn find of these some years ago, where a lot of them were found damaged with some water damage, as the 3 in this pick were. The nicer of the 3, I think I ended up putting up for $250, but the other ones with more damage, probably more realistically, $80 to $100. This was a 1920 store model bat for Hall of Famer George High Pockets Kelly. Yeah, definitely a neat group of stuff. And even I do a lot of hats. I mean, they were like, a lot of the modern stuff is a little tougher to sell, but they, yeah, I can sell them. But
Oh, and these closed too. I don't know if that's anything you're interested in.
Oh, yeah. I did look. There was like a racing one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have interest in that. Okay. So, and you said you had a price in mind. Is that like your price? Is that including like this stuff in here? Okay.
Everything.
Okay, and I'll look at the rackets a little bit later. I mean, where were you thinking? I know excluding those. I know that was a separate deal for the. Yeah.
3.
3. I'm sure there's a lot of resale value there at that. Just trying to. I was trying to tabulate stuff in my head as I was going. I mean, a lot of the bats are going to go, like the second group of bats I bought from you last time, they're in a tub. I think I pulled one out, like the Ripken, there was a Ripken bat that was like a laser printed. But yeah, so it's a lot of these kind of bats, especially like coming across, are going to go in on that tub that I'll maybe eventually bulk out to someone. It's like 22.
I'll tell you what, how about we get right to 25 and I'm good if you are.
Yeah, I'll do that. I appreciate you having me back out and doing a bulk deal. That's easier than making a pile. Yeah.
That's what I was.
Absolutely.
That's why I wanted to say that up front.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You bet. Yeah. And I'll look, so that's including the rackets, right? So whatever they are, I'll figure that later then.
And I think there's a couple nice, a couple maybe $100 rackets. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe there's some old Wright & Dixon and a couple old Spaldings.
Okay. It's sometimes a lot of those were, I don't know much, but a lot of them are funky handles people look for. And occasionally I'll get like a TV show come in my shops and Adamstown, like look, one time they wanted like 100 badminton rackets, which I had like one. So I might be able to fill that kind of thing. But sometimes they come through looking for certain things. So even if it's something I don't deal in, just throw it out there. And as to the pennants in the pile there, I mean, that's the kind of stuff I have like, I don't know if you saw the video where I bought like the 30,000 pennants. Yeah, there's like tons of that in there. I mean, so I really don't need that. If you wanted to do, I would do like $40 on the group. If you wanted. Sold. Okay. Yep. I appreciate it. Yeah.
She would take that.
Okay. Yeah, I know. In case you wanted to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 25 and then 40. Cool.
Okay. Very good.
All right. Let me.
And we'll start taking stuff out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, I did bring the van. Right. Should be 3, and I'll just take the 5 off, and then I'll count it out.
Okay. Well, it was certainly.
Yep, good there. Trying to get the 40.
It was certainly fun for me just to get back into this.
Yeah, and the research of pieces and find across interesting stuff. Yeah, I'm sure.
It's also frustrating though.
Yeah.
There's so much I couldn't find.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find it online, or couldn't find bat manufacturers.
Here's a sticker I had in my wallet in case you want. You don't happen to have a 10 somewhere, do you?
I do.
Okay, cool. All right, perfect. I'll give you that for now.
All right, thank you. Just start taking stuff up?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Cool, thank you.
So we didn't talk about the football game, the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
thought they had it.
Yeah, it was great in the first half. Yeah, I mean, it was. Yeah.
Well, the defense really matched.
Absolutely, yeah. I was pretty happy that the defensive coordinator was gone. I mean, he had a great season, but to let them not stop them once in the second half, it's hard to win a game that way. Thank you. No.
When they needed to.
No.
When they needed to.
I mean, yeah, if they get a you got one drop. Where I think if they even had the ball at the end of the game, if they didn't call that penalty, that I think they're still going to win that game.
I do too.
Right? I mean, they're not.
Yeah, that's why it was so.
Yeah, deflating, right? They have a game that end that way with just kneel downs and yeah.
Would you like something to drink?
No, I'm okay.
You
yeah,
sure?
yeah, I'm absolutely.
A bottle of water, a Coke?
No, I got water in the car, in my van. Yeah, thank you though.
You
Appreciate
sure?
it. No, absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right, well, appreciate it again.
You bet.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
for driving up here.
Oh, no problem. All right, appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, thanks again.
Thank you, Keith.
All right, so back from this private pick, in the first batch of items, there were 61 baseball bats. Now, a lot of the bats are not going to be great, but there are definitely some good bats in the group. This bottom group are not the better ones, but there are some signed bats in there. For some reason, there's a trio of Jeff Blake, the Cincinnati Bengals quarterback, signed bats. I don't know why those were there or why he was signing bats. And there's some like game used minor league bats in there, some signed minor league bats. But then the better stuff is going to be over on this end. And so as to the better stuff, so we have like a newer replica Louisville Slugger Babe Ruth bat. These sell decent. Again, I've had a lot of the original Babe Ruth bats, but still that one will sell for somebody. There's a trio of these Ty Cobb bats, and these were like souvenir bats from like 1909 to the early teens. This bat, I believe, is a game used Ed Stewart bat. I have to do a little more research on this one. Nice George Kelly Louisville Slugger 40 GK. There's some just obscure makers here. We got a Vim United States Athletic Company. Zinn Beck. This is like a youth size bat. Same for this JB Tatum with the cool bat logo. This company always sells well. MR Campbell player's model. It's a semi-pro model bat. That's probably like an $80 to $100 bat. A Draper and Maynard indoor baseball bat. This bat is a Chivelle Swing Boy, Falls, New York. Can't really tell from the video, but this bat is a beast. Heavy, thick barrel. It's one of the heavier bats I've found. Their Western brand DiMaggio bat, Louisville Slugger, outfield fungo bat. These bats don't command big money, but they do sell quick. And this is, I think, a gamer Worth Steve Kemp. I gotta look that one up. But again, there's some decent stuff in there. There was one early golf club in the group, Hickory Shaft. A little interesting because you can see it has a swastika on the iron. Now that symbol was a good luck symbol, like a Native American symbol, prior to the Germans in the 30s taking over that logo for their own. So when you see stuff that's like true antique, like from the 20s and before, you'll see that on a lot of like quilts and Native American felts, like that symbol. That is not a Nazi symbol. That predates them. And also in the group, something I typically don't buy, but again, they're pretty much included in the group, were a bunch of vintage tennis rackets. A lot of these I'm not going to sell online. This one's a pretty cool one that has a cool bat logo. It's a Harry Lee company brand. But a lot of the other ones are going to be like a little later on. I'll put these in my antique shop. People like these for, decorative purposes, if nothing else. But there are two earlier rackets. We have this like transitional flat top style tennis racket, Spalding, and then a more of a true flat top. By that I mean, you can see comparing this tennis racket, a later style, versus this one, you see that top just is a very flat compared to the rounded top. This one's American Tate Expert. Generally, the flat tops are going to be turn of the last century. And adding to the equipment here, we got a group of, I think, 24 vintage baseball gloves. Some decent ones in the mix. Here's the 20s, 30s. Reach brand. Does have some flaws. Early buckleback catcher's mitt. Several nice first baseman's mitts. Okay, so here's some of the paper items that I bought today. So there are a lot of press photos in the group. There's a bunch, like a stack of Dom DiMaggio press photos. Probably about 15 or 20 of them. This is not going to show up well in video, but that's a glass plate negative of a baseball team. The original owner had kept this with it. This was just, I guess he made a printing of that team photograph. Glass plate negatives do pretty well. A little hard to display, but still a pretty cool piece. These were mixed in. I didn't even see them at the, I think I did see this one, but the other one I didn't see. In the mix of the Dom DiMaggio photographs, there's a pair of Joe DiMaggio press photos. This is an x-ray of Joe DiMaggio's foot, and then a press photo of DiMaggio. I think it's an old-timers game. And then some of the smalls in the lot. So starting over here, cool little baseball advertising trade card from the 1880s. A couple felt emblems. 3 P2 tobacco pins. 4 cool referee whistles and horns. These are all Spalding. There's a neat group of medals. Like they were all won by this guy. This is a cabinet photo of a pole vaulter. Has his name on the back. And I guess all the medals originated with him. So get this group of medals. This one's the coolest one because this is the Union Club of Phoenixville, like a dual track meet. Union Club, they fielded a professional football team in the late teens, early 20s. They're really one of the dominant teams in the Philadelphia area. So that was cool. Even though it's not directly related to the football team, still a cool piece that does associate with them a bit. So that's Roy Halladay's perfect game against the Florida Marlins 2010 ticket stub. And, maybe not the biggest value, but my favorite 2 items in this lot of smalls, this baseball ribbon, Allentown Police versus Reading Police, 1910. That's very cool to have the hanging billy club on there. This one is a 1923 Indoor Baseball League ribbon. All right, so here's some of the other items. This is a cool tin litho plate. I've actually just sold one of these recently. Great baseball scene with the catcher's mask. This is by Charles Schonk Company. A group of, I think, 8 of these 1940s Phillies with the Blue Jay logo, like Child's baseball caps. I've definitely sold a lot of them before. Not baseball or sports at all, but a Navy CB's, like embroidered apron from World War II. Pretty cool. Early leather football helmet, pair of Jake LaMotta, Raging Bull signed boxing gloves, Warren Spahn signed hat. This is signed by multiple Philadelphia Athletics, Eddie Joost, Flair Spain, Jackie Robinson, figural carnival cane. And then a bunch of miscellaneous paper, some postcards, baseball cards, exhibit cards. There's a Westchester Normal School, which is not Westchester University, basketball player postcard. Or then to sum it up, there are a bunch of hats. The hats were decent. There's a lot of like fitted New Era Major League hats. The better ones I put out front here. So Penn State corduroy 94 undefeated season, UCLA snapback. Here's a Cowboys fitted sports specialties. Bears snapback, a Yankees big logo snapback, a couple throwback Roman brand New York Giants, and then a Brooklyn Dodgers. So again, some decent stuff mixed in there. Here's a little Dolphins snapback. I like selling hats. They're easy to ship. So there's some decent ones in there. Appreciate you guys watching, and please subscribe.